Earlier this year, when I reviewed the POCO F7 Pro, I wrapped it up with the sentiment that bigger brands like Samsung really need to start stepping up, because the value consumers can get from something like POCO's F series can really start to make us think twice on whether we truly need a flagship device or not. Now, in Q4 of the same year, POCO is back. This time, I got my hands on the POCO F8 Ultra, and this time, it really feels like they aren't playing around. Packed with a cutting-edge Snapdragon processor, a massive battery, ultra-fast charging, and a triple 50-megapixel camera system, the F8 Ultra aims to deliver true flagship performance without the flagship price. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The POCO F8 Ultra looks and feels like a premium flagship from the moment you pick it up without a case. It features a bold camera island, or should I say, plateau? Whatever, POCO did it first either way, with a unique integrated infrared sensor found in the lower right camera ring, which in usual POCO fashion allows us to use the handset as a remote for controlling appliances. This glass back panel gets a satin finish with POCO branding on the lower center, and I'm sure most of you guys have also noticed the Bose branded micro subwoofer on the camera island as well. More on that later. The aluminum frame feels sturdy with good ergonomics for button placements, which are all located on the phone's right side. This handset falls into plus-size territory with practically the same dimensions as the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max and iPhone 17 Pro Max. And despite the large battery, it's a well-weighted device at 218 grams for comfortable day-to-day use. There is a denim blue variant that's also a little heavier at 220 grams if I'm not mistaken. Found up top is one half of the stereo speaker drivers. Its pair can be found at the bottom alongside the USB Type-C port, primary microphone, and a dual nano SIM card tray. The phone also gets IP68 certification for dust and water resistance, which also means it is rated for freshwater submersion of up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. Overall, for build and design, we like it. Sure, it may be a rebranded Redmi K90 Pro Max, but honestly, they probably aren't officially supporting that model here anyways. Either way, the construction feels very plus-sized flagship level, and we're all here for it. Front and center is the 6.9-inch 2K LTPO AMOLED display with a 1 to 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate and POCO Shield glass for protection. It's sharp, vibrant, and incredibly bright with a peak brightness that goes up to 3500 nits, perfect for outdoor use and mixed media consumption. If there's anything to complain about, it's the fact that it's a little too bright for late night binges. So much so, we wish there was something like an extra dim mode in display settings. Maybe in a future update? The panel is Widevine Level 1 certified with support for HDR10+ and Dolby Vision. And with a touch sampling rate of 2560 Hz, navigating through the more optimized interface and playing games feels snappy. The multimedia experience double downs on immersion with the impressive 2.1-channel Bose stereo speaker system, including the aforementioned dedicated micro subwoofer that delivers actual lows from a smartphone speaker. With additional support for Dolby Atmos, the soundstage has a lot of presence even at lower volumes, but depending on the music end users listen to, the lows can sometimes drown out the mids and highs, especially in higher volumes. In my opinion, it has I have a Bluetooth speaker for a phone qualities, and it deserves all the praise for having actual bass presence coming out of a smartphone. It may not be the best audio system in a phone ever, but it's definitely in the top 5 for this year. Overall, it's a 9 out of 10 experience for us in terms of multimedia consumption on the POCO F8 Ultra. Biometrics include an ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner that recognizes our prints very fast and accurately, even when our fingers are a little damp. There's also optical face unlock if you're into that, but the in-display scanner should be more secure in our opinion. For cameras, POCO equips the F8 Ultra with a triple 50-megapixel rear camera system. That's a 50-megapixel main, between 50 megapixel periscopic telephoto that serves as the 5x optical zoom and a 50 megapixel ultrawide with a 102-degree field of view. The main sensor gets dual pixel phase detection autofocus, while the telephoto sensor gets regular phase detection autofocus. Meanwhile, both of them also get optical image stabilization too. For selfies, it sports a 32 megapixel front-facing camera. In actual use, the F8 Ultra produces sharp, detailed, and contrast-rich images with excellent dynamic range. The periscopic zoom delivers surprisingly clean results even beyond 5x, especially in bright lighting conditions, and the ultra-wide camera holds its own with minimal distortion. Low light performance is also pretty good, all things considered. Portrait mode, whether from the front or back, is impressive, with natural background separation and accurate skin tones. For video, we can record up to 8K at 30 frames per second with the rear cameras, and up to 4K at 30 frames per second with the selfie cameras. There's also this shoot steady mode that practically gives us EIS for video, which smoothens out panning and tilting, making it feel like the phone could be on a gimbal. And it works pretty well, but effectively only gives us up to 2.8K resolution shot at 30 frames per second. Pro mode is also pretty cool, allowing us to easily switch between Pro mode for photo or videos within its interface, which also means we get log video recording on board. We can even upload our own custom LUTs or convert to Rec 709 directly within the device. Overall, the F8 Ultra brings a flagship-grade camera system in 2025 with punchy contrast and great versatility. It may not give the best quality video output out there, but either images and videos are more than serviceable for social media use. Or even more so if you really think about it. Moving over to software, the phone runs on HyperOS 3 based on Android 16. The UI is clean, responsive, and customizable, just like HyperOS 2. The biggest difference for me is just how much more optimized the entire interface feels compared to before. No more stuttering animations and millisecond delays when opening or switching between multiple apps. Multitasking feels effortless, animations are smooth, and the system takes full advantage of the flagship chipset. The interface itself also packs useful features like floating windows, enhanced privacy controls, and improved background process management. It even gets their own version of the dynamic island, which acts as a useful minimized apps hub for the apps that support it, like timers, voice recordings, and even Spotify. There's even some sort of heart rate monitor feature that utilizes the main rear camera sensor and the LED flash. Actual application can be a little finicky, but it does work. We're just not too sure about its accuracy since we haven't tested that at the time of shooting. We also get a suite of hyper AI features, from AI writing to AI speech recognition. They certainly work well enough, but still need more polishing like most LLMs or smartphone AI features do these days. In terms of software support, we've gotten reports indicating 4 years of OS updates, and we can infer from that about 5 or 6 years of security patches. Now, the brains behind the operations of the POCO F8 Ultra is the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset that delivers monstrous performance across the board. Our unit is configured with 16GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 512GB of UFS 4.1 storage. The F8 Ultra also packs a Vision Boost D8, which is a dedicated graphics boost chipset that the brand claims to offer better AI resolution upscaling, frame rate interpolation, and HDR for gaming. In real-world use, apps load instantly, multitasking is seamless, and gaming performance is exceptional even for demanding titles. When we ran Genshin Impact, our benchmark for heavy gaming or heavy mobile gaming, we were able to run in the highest graphics settings by default with 60 frames per second optimized. For those of you interested in the benchmark results, the POCO F8 Ultra scores place it squarely within top-tier flagship territory. CPU performance is highly competitive, GPU scores are exceptionally strong, even maxing out at 3D Mark Wildlife, and storage speeds above 4GB per second confirm its UFS 4.1 storage is blazing fast. This combo translates to real-world snappiness, buttery smooth gaming, and near-instant loading times. Powering the POCO F8 Ultra is a massive 6500 mAh silicon carbon battery that gets support for 100-watt wired and 50-watt wireless fast charging, which are pretty much Power Delivery 3.0 and Quick Charge 3 Plus standards. Additionally, it also supports 22.5 reverse wireless charging for those of you who like lending their phones to charge their friends' phones. And no, this isn't one of those phones that give us ultra-fast charging speeds and sacrifice of good battery life. In PCMark's Work 3.0 battery test, our unit lasted 20 hours and 20 minutes. And in real-world use, this easily translates to up to 2 days of moderate usage, or even a whole day of heavy usage. So, good job, POCO. Users can also expect flagship connectivity options from this phone. The POCO F8 Ultra gets support for 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, NFC, and finally, eSIM support. Just note that utilizing an eSIM disables the secondary nano SIM slot. And the USB-C port is a 3.2 that also acts as a display port. So if you wanted to hook this up to a monitor, it can do that. All in all, for connectivity, no compromises here. The POCO F8 Ultra is a fully future-proofed handset. Now, wrapping this video up, the POCO F8 Ultra is one of the most powerful flagship alternatives we've tested this year. In fact, at the time we shot this video, it's the only device we have packing the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. It offers unmatched performance, a versatile triple 50-megapixel camera system, a massive battery with ultra-fast charging wired or wireless with great battery life, a phenomenal display with a mobile 2.1 channel sound system tuned by Bose, and a polished HyperOS experience. All of that while staying true to POCO's mission of delivering top-tier hardware without the top-tier pricing. Or so we're assuming, because at the time we recorded this video, we have yet to get the official SRP for the Philippines. But we will be sure to pin it in the comment section when available. So, what did you guys think of this flagship killing? Well, it's practically a flagship itself already in our opinion. POCO F8 Ultra. Is it a cop or a drop? Let us know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video or found it informative or educational, be sure to smack that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell icon so you get notified of our future uploads. Be sure to visit yugatech.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, POCO F8 Ultra, flagship killing beast, or just a flagship itself. Miguel T, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.